which is the teacher we remember. But before we move on to our discussion, let us know first our intended learning outcomes. At the end of this learning episode, I must be able to cite the personal qualities of an effective teacher and state the professional competencies expected of a teacher. Now, journey as a teacher. When did it started? So when did our journey as a teacher started? It is when you enrolled here in the College of Education, and that was 3 years ago. When you are first timer here, you are only focused on your dream, and at the same time, you challenge yourself. Now that you are starting or we are starting our field study, what is that challenge? You challenge yourself to be great teacher in the future. So now we are preparing ourselves by being equipped with all the lessons that we have learned since our first year up until now that we are starting to take our field study. All the professional education subjects that we have learned can be used to be a great teacher someday. Now we have the PPST or the Philippine Professional Standards for Teachers. So we also need to review the Philippine Standards for Teachers, which is stated in the DepEd Order number 42 series of 2017. Also, the Southeast Asia Framework or Southeast Asia Teachers Competency Framework, and at the same time, the Code of Ethics for Professional Teachers. And now let's move on with our career stages of teachers. It is also from the DepEd Order number 42 series of 2017. So these stages are very important for a teacher to be great under the PPST. So we are going to discuss 4 career stages of teachers. So we have now the career stage 1. Which is the beginning teacher. What do you think is a beginning teacher? So the beginning teachers have gained the qualifications recognized for entry into the teaching profession. They have a strong understanding of the subjects or areas in which they are trained in terms of content knowledge and pedagogy. So in the first stage, the main requirement or qualification is you need to pass the licensure examination, and on this stage, you should have a strong understanding in the subject which you are trained in terms of your content knowledge and pedagogy. At the same time, you have to possess the requisite knowledge, skills, and values that will support your teaching and learning process. In short, during this stage, for you to be able to be equipped, you have to seek advice from those experienced colleagues you have. So it is the stage that you are learning how to be a good teacher. So you are gathering some information from those experienced teachers for you to apply into yourself to become a great teacher someday. Now, let's move on to our second stage, which is the proficient teacher. Now, what is a proficient teacher? Proficient teachers are professionally independent in the application of skills vital to the teaching and learning process. So they are dependent. So meaning they are focused on teaching programs for them to meet the curriculum and assessment requirements that they also has the skill in planning, implementing, and managing learning programs. They can actively engage in collaborative learning with a professional community and other stakeholders for mutual growth and advancement. So in this stage, you are reflective practitioners. So continually consolidate with knowledge, skills, and practices you have acquired in the stage 1. So in the stage 1, you are only beginning. And in the stage 2, you are continually gathering knowledge from the experienced teachers or from your experience on the stage 1, which is the beginning teacher, for you to improve yourself. Next is the stage 3. Our stage 3 is the highly proficient teacher. What is a highly proficient teacher? Highly proficient teachers consistently display a high-level performance in their teaching process. They manifest an in-depth and sophisticated understanding of the teaching and learning process. So in this stage, you continue learning and you have this deep understanding of your responsibility as a teacher, not only for your student, but you also work with your colleagues. You collaboratively work with your colleagues and you really wanted to develop more in terms of your profession. So the growth is not only within yourself, but you can also gather from your colleagues that are more experienced or that have the experience that you can relate to for you to become a better or a great teacher. And for the stage 4, the distinguished teacher. So what is a distinguished teacher? Distinguished teachers embody the highest standard for teaching grounded in global best practices. They exhibit exceptional capacity to improve their own teaching practice and that for others. So they are not only improving for themselves, but they also improve for the others also, just like the students and also their co-teachers. They are recognized as leaders in education. So just like our campus directors, our academic affairs, so they are contributors to the profession and initiators of collaborations and partnership. They create lifelong impact in the lives of colleagues, students, and others, and they consistently seek professional advancement and relevance in pursuit of teaching quality and excellence. They exhibit commitment to inspire the education community and stakeholders for the improvement of education provision in the Philippines. Now let's have the Southeast Asia Teachers Competency Framework from the Code of Ethics of Professional Teacher. So this is what I am saying a while ago, that it is very important to review it to become a great teacher someday. So at the center is the professional teacher, and around it is the community, higher authorities, profession, school officials and other personnel, learner, parents, business, himself or herself as a person, and the state. So to become a professional teacher, there are so many contributors to develop yourself. So we also have the joyful learner. And now the question is, who is a great teacher? So from the picture, great teachers brings out the best in every child. So a great teacher loves to teach and loves to learn. So it is not only teaching, but also they are lifelong learners for them to learn and to consolidate knowledge, to help the students improve themselves and also improve or develop themselves as a teacher to help more students. Also, a great teacher understands that students have a life outside school. So a great teacher did not pressure their students because they know that the students did not only roam around the school, or the world of the student is not only on the school, but also they have a life outside the school. A great teacher sings. Why? It is for them to catch the interest of the student. It is for them to entertain the student and to make the student comfortable to them. And a great teacher listens to students. So a great teacher listens to the queries of the students, the concern of the students, and also listens to the answer of the students, because it is important that you know what your students are feeling or to know what is the concerns of your students for you to address it. And also, a great teacher notices when students struggle. So in the school, we as the teacher is the parents of our students. That is why it is our responsibility to help them whenever they struggle on something and help them figure out what is the solution. A great teacher is chill. And also thinks like an adult but acts as a kid. It is not being an immature but it is a way for them to become comfortable and they enjoy being around with their students. And lastly, I have a quotation here. A good teacher is like the rising sun that comes to fill the empty and dark minds with the light of education. From Anamika Mishra. So that ends our lesson 1. Thank you for listening.